Eating disorders, there are four main categories. It's anorexia nervosa, it's bulimia, it's compulsive overeating, and orthorexia. What all of them have together, it's a way of eating, is a way of, or can be a way of coping with emotions. And it can affect actually anybody that got, let's say, hit in a vulnerable spot of their life. And you find out that with eating or not eating, or eating in special ways, or overeating, you can regulate emotions. It's a process by itself that gets started, that drags you down. It's life-threatening, like anorexia nervosa are those belong to one of the mental diseases that have the highest likelihood of really succeeding in committing suicide. The harm that's caused to individuals by eating disorders can be best explained that our body, when we suffer from an eating disorder, we lose track of the natural rhythm that we supply our body, organs, brain, muscles with all the fuel, all the good stuff, all the micronutrients we need. And instead, a regime is applied over our body that doesn't mainly first place is there to serve our body, is there to regulate emotions. Depending on the eating disorder type, like with the anorexia nervosa, you have more, your body mass index is below 18, and you have more, or you might have apply or a more restrictive way towards your body is applied. You over-exercise, you restrict on food, and of course this is causing damage on your body. And with the bulimia nervosa, which the difference between bulimia nervosa and anorexia nervosa is the body mass index. So you can also be in a way of still be restrictive, but very common for bulimia is that you have eating binges. And of course you don't go under a BMI of 18, so you hold a certain body mass. BMI stands for body mass index. It's about your weight in relation to your height. And with orthorexia is a disease where you really like compulsively concerned about what you eat, and that this is applying to very high standards of the quality of food. It must be healthy, lots of maybe pills, vitamins, whatever. So it's a compulsive seeking for the best food you can take, which by itself becomes a mechanism of deliberating and hindering you from a natural way of eating. The approach is not just what is best for anorexia nervosa or what is best for bulimia or all the others. It's about what's your story, what worked for you before, where did you fail, slashes fail, and it's about finding a compromise together to support you best, and not to apply a regime over you, but to work on a regime together with our input of our best experts, of our expertise. And it's about rhythm, nutrition, sports, biochemistry, neurochemistry, and overall about psychotherapy. So we provide them with a setting concerning privacy and secrecy, of course, and also with our best experts and core people of the therapeutic team. They bond, and they make it. They allow our clients to open up. And don't forget that especially eating disorders can be to talk about them and to talk what I do in my eating disorder can be very shameful. So it's not something that you just tell anybody, and so this is a way of approaching our clients. And then of course we start a journey together to find out what happened to you, what's the biographic keys to it, what happened in your life, what were those stress factors, those maybe developmental experiences, journeys that were quite hard on you. Danger signs that somebody might have an eating disorder is, I would say, if whoever you are, if you're like searching our website for yourself or for a loved one or a friend, whoever, I think already that you have somebody in mind. There might be something about that, you know. So lots of people with eating disorder, for example, they don't eat with others. They eat like in private because they're ashamed when they're eating, because they might eat so fast, or you know they might not be able to hold a position at the table and hold conversation. I had contact with clients that, you know, when they were eating, it looks like they were in pain, or they don't look at you, they eat very fast, they eat huge amounts, or on the contrary, they chew on one carrot for half an hour. Or they might eat stuff content-wise that it's like they might fear somebody would say, what are you eating there? So it's about food intake, what they eat. It might be that you see somebody gains weight in a short period of time, or loses weight, or you know, kind of you fear about their well-being concerning the activity of sports they do. They withdraw from social happenings that they before liked. So it's an overall change in the way you were used to know a person, or maybe you were used to know yourself. And there are parts that might have to do with food, and other parts that might not have to do with food at all. It is possible to have a good recovery of eating disorders. What is quite unfair, you know, and I hear it a lot from clients, is when you're, let's say, have an issue with alcohol or any substance, you can avoid easily because then it's a substance. With food, it's like everywhere. Like you're offered food, it's a social thing. It's about food intake. So, of course, recovery is possible. However, eating disorders can be they can like bite in your calf, you know, and be very persistent. So it all depends on how bespoke and how tailor-made is the therapy, and also how good the client bonds with the team that's supportive. So you can recover.